Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today, where I want to give you tips and tricks if you're going to be buying real estate in 2023. Okay. First off, you've made the decision, you've looked at the market out there, and you've decided 2023 is the time for me to buy. Maybe it's because you already have a home, you're looking to sell, and you need to buy something a little bit bigger for the family. Maybe you've been saving up some money and you're looking to now invest and buy yourself a second investment property or your first investment property, right? There could be many reasons why you're looking to buy in 2023. And if that's your case, this video is for you. The first thing you want to look at is your income, your down payment, and what you can afford. I always tell my clients, run the number. It's like that gambling slogan, know your limit and play within it. Okay. We would all love to have this big mansion and it would be fantastic. But if you over leverage yourself and buy something that is going to have to be just really on the tippy top end of your budget and make it very hard for you to actually maintain the housing costs, it's going to be a disaster in the future. Okay. The two biggest things that are going to affect your home purchasing power is your income and your down payment. So if you can look at these two things, and if you can get yourself a mortgage calculator together, and then also look at your household costs, I have an Excel sheet if anyone needs one out there. It's going to give you a really good picture of you of what you can afford. All right. I deal with clients and buyers in all different ranges looking to buy a lot of different things. I have clients that are actually looking on the low end and they only have $300,000 and $400,000 to spend. Well, you know what? They might not be able to buy something in Toronto or Ontario, but Calgary's booming. St. John's is booming. And there's actually property out there that you can buy as an investment property and rent it out and still get a return on that asset. Okay. So if you're in that bracket, know that you can buy something if that is your dream. Right? A lot of people are looking to buy because they actually are growing families, so they're having babies, they're getting married, they're transitioning in life, and that means that they need more space. So in my experience, those who are buying right now, either they already have an asset that we're selling, so that helps towards the down payment. I'm dealing a lot right now with seniors who have equity in their home, and we're actually looking to take out that equity and give it to the adult children, almost like a living will or an inheritance, so they can actually purchase the property. There's lots of ways to do that. RRSPs, you can use your RRSP and your spouse's RRSP towards your home purchase, and you don't have to pay it back right away. Okay, so there are different ways of acquiring money and capital to be able to buy a home. So what you want to do is really talk to 3 different qualified individuals. You want to talk with a real estate salesperson. You want to talk with your mortgage broker or a bank, and you might even want to talk with your financial advisor. Each of these individuals is going to give you a different perspective. Okay. My job as a real estate agent when I consult with my clients is just that. I'm here as a consultant. I'm not here to tell you what the right thing to buy is, when the right time is to buy, what you should be buying. I'm here to give you all the possible scenarios of what can work for your situation, both for the short term and the long term. And your job is to decide what makes sense. Okay. So you really want to run the numbers before you think about what it is that you're buying. The second thing that you're going to want to think about is what you want versus what you need. Do you want a brand new renovated home that has the newest and latest appliances and the most fantastic counter space and an absolutely beautiful updated bedroom? Sure, we would all like that. What do you really need? You need a home that's functional. You need a home that has a very good sound base or bones, meaning that the electricity is up to code. It has good bones, there's no foundations, but more leak issues. And it's going to be something that you can work with both now and in the future. When I'm looking to buy with my clients, I'm always thinking of income earning potential. Is there a way that we could potentially use a basement right now or in future as an in-law suite or a separate entrance basement, or a way that we can rent that out? Do you know that if you can find a way, or if you have opportunity to rent out a basement or have an in-law suite or have a separate set of income coming in that way into the property, your mortgage broker or your bank will consider it towards the purchase of the price. And I've actually been able to have buyers who are able to buy a larger home or a bigger home because of this income producing asset that they're going to have by being able to rent out their basement. Okay. Now, again, there's caveats around this and there's certain ways to do this. So you want to make sure you want to talk with a professional or the professionals before you do this. Don't just go out there and buy a home and say, I saw a video and if I can rent out the basement, it'll be great. There's ways that we have to go around qualifying this before we actually do this. But these are things that you're actually going to need, because if you buy a home that makes sense for your needs right now, not just your wants, in the future, you can either level up, or you can always update it, or you can always start adding to it so it actually becomes your potential dream home. All right. So when I'm working with my clients, I say the 70-30 rule. I want 70% of what you actually really want. And sometimes that takes a little bit of time for you even to figure out what that is, versus the 30% the 70% of what you need versus the 30% of what you want, right? When we're able to do that, magic happens. Okay. The last thing you really want to consider if you're thinking about buying in 2023, look at the long-term runway. All right. If you're thinking about buying a pre-con, or if you're an investor, I'd be a little cautious right now. This isn't a market where we can buy and flip. Lots of individuals I'm hearing are getting into hot water because they're buying something, especially a pre-con. They bought it years ago, and the old model used to work. You bought a pre-con, you held on to it for a few years, and then by the time that you were actually able to take occupancy, it already had risen in value exponentially. The market value was so much higher. You could either assign it at a certain point in time and make money, or you could rent it out with no problems. We're not in that market anymore, okay? So if you are an investor and you're looking to invest in property, buy somewhere where there's going to be lots of people that are going to want to rent it. Okay. Toronto has exploded. Rents are exploding. Last year, immigration was at the highest level that Toronto and the Ontario area has seen, and it's not stopping. They're expecting that double or more for this year. So that means there's going to be lots of people that need homes. There's lots of people that are going to be needing to find rentals. So if you are in that market and you're thinking about renting, make sure that you run your numbers and make sure that you have a place that's going to be able to find that good tenant profile and be able to give you that return on your investment. All right. So you really want to think about all these things before you buy your property. Now, really quick market update for what I'm seeing out there for my buyers. Yes, we are starting to see prices are lower. They have dropped. Now, I really want to qualify this, because what I'm seeing at this particular moment, as soon as I've done this video, is that prices for homes have dropped since this time last year. Okay. However, that being said, if you look at home prices, or you look at the sale prices, or what has sold from June, July of 2022 to now, it's stabilized a bit. What that means is that every home that is selling is within market value. So we're no longer getting these huge fluctuations. That being said, bidding wars are coming back. There are lots of buyers out there on the sidelines that are flushed with cash, and they're just waiting for the right place, right time, right thing to buy. So if you think you're just going to go out there, find a property, put a lowball offer and get it, I would say be cautious, because nobody is giving away property. All right. But if you're looking to spend the right time to buy the right thing that's going to make sense for now and years in future, this could be a good market to do it in. All right. So what I would suggest to everybody out there, if this is the year that you're looking to buy, make sure that you really run your numbers, qualify what you're really looking to buy. Think about your wants versus what you need. Think about the long runway of where you want to go now and where you want to have that property take you for the future. And if you answer all these questions and make a sound purchase in mind, what you want to do is look at this 10, 20 years back and be grateful for the decision that you made. That's what you're looking at. And the last thing I'm going to tell everybody is real estate is not just a numbers decision, it's an emotional decision. We've all had that moment, if you've bought in real estate before, where you walk into the home and you know it's the right home. What you want to make sure is that that emotional decision that you're making also is backed by the financial numbers. Okay. But when the two come together and you really do your research and take the time to buy the right property for you, it can be a really great decision and something that you're going to be grateful to have done now and many years in the future. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it gave you some information that makes sense. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. Otherwise, thank you all very much for watching, and take care.